Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and we're here at the Camera Los Angeles show in West Hollywood. I'm here with Leah Dubuc with her movie Christopher Walken's Coffee Shop. Let's take a look at a clip.
This episode brought to you by Christopher Walken's Coffee Shop.
Hello, I'm Christopher Walken. Are you tired in the morning? Need a little pick me up? Come on down. Chris Walken's got the bean for you. He's crushing that bean over here at his coffee shop.
Do you have Honduran pour-over coffee?
Of course. It's free trade.
I just want 2 shots of espresso with a dash of almond milk in it. Can you do that?
A dash.
Of almond
Are you
milk.
going to give me... I'm sorry. I'm all about customer service, but how am I going to figure out how much a dash is?
Leah, I love your film so much. I'm actually thinking about it. It makes me laugh. But for those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis of your film.
So it's a completely improvised animated short about a coffee shop where Christopher Walken murders people, I guess. It's like a murder-heavy menu. The menu has a lot of murder elements to it. So a lot of like hijinks ensue and people having issues with their orders, I guess. Yeah.
In a coffee shop, as you do, it's hysterically funny. Like, it's so brilliant and just captures the great humor that we all love about Christopher Walken as well, and all the other brilliant characters that you bring into it. I'm not sure if it's a true story about Christopher Walken's secret life, but where did the inspiration come for you in creating the story?
So since it's totally improvised, just one of the people who we made it with, Matt Crawford, he does an excellent Christopher Walken impression.
Brilliant.
Last night, someone went up to me and was like, "How did you get Christopher Walken to be in your movie?" And I was like, "Oh my God, they really do think it's him. That's amazing." But he just could do a Christopher Walken impression, so he kind of just started to pretend to have a coffee shop, and then we all kind of together started making up jokes about like finding fingers and things in the food, and then it kind of slowly, like together we worked just kind of making it up to build that story. Like, it was nothing pre-written about it.
It's amazing that you created this film and it was improvised through, you know, but it was so perfect though. That's what was so incredible. It really felt like you were really in this coffee shop and Christopher Walken was murdering people for the coffee. You know, I mean, I can't believe I just said that sentence, but you know, that's what happens in the story. Not blaming you, Christopher Walken. This is not about you. But anyways, it's so brilliant, and there were so many great elements. You brought in these so many wonderful characters. I mean, once you were on a roll of like, okay, this is happening, we're creating this story. How do you bring in all those other elements that were, you know, so fantastic? I mean, the great visuals and everything. How do you do that?
So yeah, so much of it just came from, I think it's like how to escalate an idea. Like, once you go to fingers, like, where can you go next? And a bunch of people trying to one-up each other with like the most absurd thing that they can possibly say. And then when it came to animating it, I mean, it was just such an exciting opportunity to animate, because the visual, like the concepts we had created were so silly, like doing cups full of fingers. Like, it was such an exciting thing to get to draw. Like, so yeah, it kind of just like, it all kind of just came together. I don't know.
And so obviously, you know, Christopher Walken, who's so loved and so, you know, so iconic, and we all love to like do impressions or take moments from his movies, and we see it all over social media and everything. Did you know initially this is the Christopher Walken coffee shop, or did that come later, or how did that come about for you?
It kind of just came together. I mean, Christopher Walken was like, we were immediately like, we need to do a joke about him, because so when we were going to make the film, like that day we had done like maybe 4 or 5 kind of smaller segments like that. They were all about different things. Like, and it was kind of around Halloween time, so when we recorded it, so they were all kind of spooky, like everything that we were doing. We did one that was like an absurd inside joke about like a muffler for your Dracula that ends up kind of, there's like a bit of it that doesn't really make sense at Christopher Walken's coffee shop. But so then when I was like looking at all of the bits we had done, I just knew Christopher Walken was like such an iconic figure, but also kind of like a meme figure.
Yeah,
you know?
totally,
Like, he is so silly in that way. Like, he would be like the perfect like thing to put out there. I
Yeah.
feel like when people hear Christopher Walken, they're like, yes, I want to watch it. Like,
Yeah, and
yeah.
that's exactly. I feel like I was even just the title in itself. I was like, I want to watch this. I want to see it. You know, as an animator, you know, I love your style. I love the style of the comedy as well. Was there a certain, you know, was going into making the project? Is there a certain style that you have as an animator that you wanted to kind of do? And is there a certain style of comedy that you kind of wanted to bring out as well?
Definitely. The way that it was edited was a huge part of the comedy. Like, the improvisation is like heavily edited down,
Yeah.
because I think that bit was like 30 minutes or something, like of just riffing. But that was all done by my partner Alan Snyder, and he had edited the sound with this very like snappy, fast pacing that I really loved. So through the way it was edited and animated, I wanted to kind of reflect that pacing. So. I wanted to do the animation in this kind of like Dr. Katz is the style, like the kind of boiling line, because I think if it had been fully animated, it would have detracted from the humor. Like I liked having it be kind of like moving drawings basically, rather than like fully animated. And then I think lends well to like the quick, like, I love to cut. I think it's so funny when like someone like flubs something and they say like "Duh," and they're about to say something and it cuts back to them, even though there's like
I
really
love those moments though. Yeah.
Where you're like, you cut to this person for like half a second and then you cut away from them, and that kind of funny pacing I thought would really work with kind of just like still images.
No, I love that. I observed that, and I thought that was really, really cool. Actually, I like how you did that and brought that into the film. What would you kind of say in making it? What was your kind of biggest challenge that you faced?
I was working like 60 hours a week, and I really wanted to get this film done, and animation just takes so long. So I was like secretly working on it on my computer at work for like 3 months, and I'd be like, yeah, I'll get that paperwork to you in an hour. And my productivity slowly de-escalated for like 3 months, and then but I kept my job. I was not fired.
Well, we're glad you made the project, and maybe they'll be like, oh, you know, she's so talented, we'll just hire you anyway.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping. They did let me illustrate something like a month later, so maybe they were like, secret talent,
So, you know, given the fact that animation does take a long time and you managed to fit it in between, you know, working 60 hours a week, what is it like to then have your film selected at NewFilmmakers LA, have it in front of an audience, and then have everyone just enjoy it and love it? What is that feeling like for you?
Incredible. It was so incredible. Like, I kind of think when you're making up jokes with your friends, you're like, yeah, we think this is so funny because we all think we're so funny, and then having other people see it and think it's really funny and respond to it is the most gratifying feeling, but also very surprising. Like, definitely all of the people in the cast came up to, like, we all afterwards were like, whoa, people like really liked it. Like, whoa, they really enjoyed it. Like, it was a big surprise, I think, for the people in the cast who hadn't seen it screened before. But it's such a great feeling, and it's kind of like incredible. Like, I can't believe it's been able to, like, it feels like this little film that could. I feel like people always say that, but it's like a tiny little project we made for fun that's like, it's so exciting to see it like take off and really have a great reception and get to see it screened in front of so many people.
Well, I want to see more. I was like, I want this extended episode of Christopher Walken's Coffee Shop. It was so much fun to watch, and yeah, just left me wanting more, to be honest. What is next for you?
I am currently, I have a couple shorts I'm kind of trying to continue doing, like animated sketch comedy, animated shorts like that, and then I'm developing an adult animated comedy for women with a partner, another female animator, and I think that will kind of start to be seen at the end of 2018.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
That's very, very exciting. So end of next year, we'll get to see more of your work. Well, listen, I love this. I want to go to this coffee shop. Probably not have, you know, all the fingers in my coffee, but it was very, very exciting, very cool, and you've got a great, wonderful, talented style as well. So thank you for sharing with us, and we're looking forward to seeing much more of your work. So thank you.
Thank you so much.